Hey, thanks for clicking on this video. As I'm sure you can see, I'm in a 5.4. I'm in that quest with the Mephisto boss. So right now, right here, you can see that Nick Fury is rank 3. In the previous upload, I took Collosus, who is rank 4 as a 4-star, Sig 99. I took him to rank 5 now. So yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with that decision. He hits surprisingly hard. The Professor X, synergies and like boost with like the 4 persistent charges, that really helps. I think it like maybe doubles his special attack. I'm not really sure. Like I've seen him get like individual special 2 crits of like 6k, but then with Professor X, that like final special 2 hit can be like 12k sometimes. But yeah, Colossus hits arguably harder than he should on his specials, honestly. I need to read his description to see how his abilities work again. My understanding is that armor up buffs essentially count towards cruelty. So yeah. Okay, so this is called the quote-unquote rage path. I don't think rage is that. Yeah, rage is not actually on here. It's just fury. This happens a lot in X5. You probably saw it in X, 5.4.4, which is the video right before this. But yeah, like the word rage when naming the path is a stand-in for just like fury buffs, but not actually rage. So I don't have to worry about champs going unblockable, which isn't the worst thing. It really depends on the opponent's playstyle, because, I mean, not the opponent, it depends on the champion's playstyle, because, like, for example, She-Hulk here, I'm not doing it in this fight, but there are several fights. If I'm being honest, it's mostly in 5.3.6, like the item farm with, like, the Green Goblin boss. Mostly over there, where I do fights and I take absolutely 0 damage, like, I don't even block. And it's just because between She-Hulk's, rotation of just, like, spamming special ones, baiting specials, and, like, the AI, behaving, just no hits happen whatsoever, so it's entirely possible for me to do fights without, like, while the opponent's unblockable and, like, not get punished. But, again, it depends, and Hulk isn't unblockable. I just took a heavy to the face somehow. If I remember correctly, which is kind of a big if, I dashed back there, but it just didn't read. But like you could argue that like I did the input kind of clumsy, Instead of like a smooth sort of swipe, like my finger was like kind of digging into the screen a bit when I did it, so maybe it just made the input harder to read, and so it's kind of my fault. But either way, what happens happens. That's yeah. This is the rough part about using underlevel champs. She's rank 2 5-star, by the way. I don't really have any good synergies. I have, like, precision maxed, pretty much, and that's it. That's, like, the only really cool thing about this synergy. I want to say I have things like perfect block, and I have, like, stun. Not perfect. Well, maybe. I don't know. I certainly don't have, like, stand your ground, for example. But yeah, the rough thing about using underlevel champs is that, like, you need to be consistent, or, like, you're gonna be punished really hard. But yeah, just get hit by its special 2, like a complete noob, but fortunately Heimdall is here to save me. I've become very reliant on, like, the Heimdall synergy. particularly while it's bugged. It's so good in its bugged form, because upon release, you get down to like one hit point. That's all you get, one hit point, and then you're like invincible, unstoppable for like, 3 seconds or whatever. But now, if you receive a finishing blow, then you keep all that health you had right before the finishing blow, and you're like invincible for like a second. So, very good. This fight's pretty straightforward. Let's see how I mess it up. It's literally just accumulate your blessings, take the special one in the block. Yep. I didn't block. I tried to parry it. I swear, 99 times out of 100, I parry that special one hit. I just didn't do it there. I don't know why. But, I'm gonna keep pushing forward. Now, this is still very salvageable. Ah, there it is. I missed my intercept. Yeah, I think I whiffed a light intercept. I feel like most of the time, whether it's just, things that, like, the AI will typically do, like, across several different types of content, across different, defenders, if I whiff a light intercept, then, like, it's fine, because I whiffed it really, really early, so then I can either spam out another light, and then, like, oh, I caught him with that second light, or, oh, I'll just hold block instead, so I'm not punished. But that was one of those weirdly rare times where the window was, like, very narrow, so it's just, like, whiff, hit. That was, like, the whole thing. Oh man, I'm really struggling here. Okay. At least I got to the thing. Now, I'm not gonna do this because I wasn't thinking about it at the time, but, like, for real, if I could push him to an SP2, assuming it's blockable, I think it is. But, like, if I could push him to something like the SP2 that, like, does, like, a lot of damage in the block, while that, like, Heimdall thing is going on, then theoretically, I could, like, go invincible on the finishing blow, continue to take absolutely no block damage, but then still heal from the block damage, if that makes sense. Which would have been pretty cool. But honestly, this is fine. If I just keep triggering that regen blessing and stacking... okay, I died. Cool. This is great. Okay. I don't remember if I use Sorcerer for the rest of the path. I have to. Sorcerer's really good. Sorcerer's the answer to a lot of things that other champs just aren't. So I'm trying to trigger that, like, immunity, and then just run out the timer, basically. There it is. Let's move on. So, I'm trying to hold on to, like, Nick Fury's life model decoy, but I'm still trying to, like, get that internal bleed going, get, like, a few intel charges to increase the bleed duration, so that way my light bleeds get maybe, like, one or more ticks at least. Every little bit helps. Obviously, when he's in like the real Nick Fury phase, his bleeds are ticking for longer and they're doing way more damage. But I feel like, you know, keeping the life model decoy up for like the duration of the quest is important. Although, I'm thinking about it in hindsight, it's like I intended to use Collosus for the Mephisto boss, and I intended to kill Nick Fury off, you know, for like that attack boost for heroes. So, like, why did I do this? Like, why did I do this? I should have just killed him off. I don't know. Yeah. I knocked her out when she had like 4 Phoenix Force charges. I guess I just didn't think she'd heal that much, honestly. I'm like, yeah, okay, she's gonna heal a lot, but like, it'll be fine. But no, it was like a full bar. It's whatever. Let's do it all again. She's not the hardest defender to fight. Just, really long because of my mistakes. At least Overload's kind of nice. That was really short. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Now, surely I open with She-Hulk. How do I do? Okay, I think I remember this. If my memory serves, which is iffy, I had a very similar experience, She-Hulk versus Venom, with, like, his True Strike active. And, I don't know this for a fact, but it seems like the way his AI works is if he's in True Strike, he's way more aggressive, which means with, like, any significant amount of taunt, he's just, like, throwing those specials. So... this is for sure the type of situation where I can walk away from the fight with no damage taken. But will it happen here? Can I pull it off? It's just that easy. No damage taken. One moment it's no damage taken, the next moment it's I'm getting hit by Abomination Special 2. Like, it's not the easiest thing to block, it's not the hardest thing, I mean, it's not the easiest thing to dex. It's not the hardest thing to dex either. Like, I don't even know if I've shown it here on this channel yet. I routinely dex Magneto Special 2, or, you know, like White Mag SB1, you know, same animation. I'm pretty decent at dexing it. I kind of have to be close to him. Like, I try to be, like, as close as I can get before doing it, because if I'm on the other side of the screen, like, I don't know how to dex. Like, animation-wise, I don't even know if it touches you from that far. Yeah, and then I die here. It's very dumb. I don't get it. I don't get it. I will say I do have a pretty bad history with the taunts mechanic. Back in the day, you know, shortly after Stark Spidey released, I got him as a 4-star. This was before I came uncollected on my first account. I actually used Stark Spidey to fight the collector. I didn't like it. It wasn't great. You know, like you'd hope he would like evade specials or something, but he just, I don't know. I was also just kind of bad with him. I'm just kind of bad in general. But I did not really like him for that fight. I didn't like him in general, because like I found it really hard to like dex like build up all those charges, and like taunt wouldn't work the way I wanted it to. I'd be like, they're taunted, why aren't they throwing their specials? Are they gonna throw it now, or are they gonna throw it now? So like I'd anticipate a special coming, but then the act of me anticipating it and then them not throwing it and just hitting me in the face instead, that'd like mess me up like all the time. So for like a long time I didn't like taunt because it was unreliable. Yeah, I didn't like She-Hulk for that reason either. But I've kind of come around a bit. I've relied on She-Hulk's taunt quite a bit, even before Skiltoid. And I also have Shang-Chi on both of my other accounts, and I've actually really come to like how like if you get that like perfect dexterity, you gain like a chi charge. And I'm not crazy consistent with it. Like I basically have to teach myself how to do the perfect dex every fight like it's the first time, you know? Like, oh, maybe it's because I'm fighting this specific champion and they have these hitboxes and these animations, or maybe it's this AI, or maybe it's like, did I have my coffee yet? You know? It like literally changes the dex timing. So yeah, I've actually come to like Stark Spidey and She-Hulk and Shang-Chi, who you could argue have varying levels of comparison between them. Thankfully this fight is easy. You know, Doc Ock is really good for energized nodes. I mean, Doctor Doom is obviously, but somebody more niche, Doc Ock, he's good for them too. I kind of hoped maybe Doc Ock would be like the 5-star that comes out of the uncollected exploration. But it's a Spider-Gwen. Unfortunately, I could have used Spider-Gwen against the collector, honestly. But I think I took out the collector way before I could have explored it, so I think that's fine. Chill out, you know, a few hundred units, take them out earlier. Something tells me I spent more than a few hundred units. I think I'm underselling how much resources I spent to fight the collector, but hey, you know, if you wanna go back and check, just go to the playlist and find that fight. You know, Skiltoid 69 versus the collector, and I'll tell you all you need to know. Leave a like while you're there. Thank you. Alright, so this is a typical Nick Fury without his Fury buff shenanigans, you know? Just gonna let this play out and see if I make any mistakes. Any fatal mistakes, at least. You know, it's like, oh, if I play him inoptimal, either I'm not gonna notice or I'm not gonna bring it up. Most likely I won't notice. But yeah, the whole internal bleed with, like, intel relationship when it comes to, like, the length of the bleed, I learned about that very recently. I don't know if I learned it on accident. Yeah, I think it was on accident. See, there's something about playing Nick Fury when he's, like, low level, because his damage is, like, so much less than the rank 5. You actually have more time to do fights, and you'll find yourself doing things like applying internal bleeds while you have like 17 intel, right? And because of that, you'll notice that your light attack is ticking like 12 times when, you know, previously it only ticks twice. And so then you learn, okay, internal bleed plus intel means that it just bleeds tick for longer. Or light bleed specifically, or especially, I should say. So yeah, I don't exactly think I'm gonna get the solo with Nick, but I'm not really worried about that. I want to get off a little bit of damage. I want to have Nick killed off so that he gives Collosus that attack boost that he has with his synergy. And, oh, I'm about to run out of footage. I can't tell you what happened. I can tell you that I'm an amateur videographer. Ew. Whatever. I took him down to 40% though. So that's pretty good. You know what? Maybe this video has a bit of fat in it anyway. I don't want to cut out any fights because that just seems shady. But if the fights cut themselves out, it was meant to be, you know? Or at least that's what I will say to cope. I'm getting hit because I'm missing parries. Very frustrating. Some days it's easier to dex, some days it's easier to parry, some days I'm bad at both. Alright, so I'm reminding myself it's fine to kind of just bathe in the aura of incineration because Collosus is immune to the damage. And it just gives some armor ups. Look at that. I have 20 armor ups. This is the power of Awakened Collosus. And then the power of Sig 99 Collosus is being able to hold on to at least a portion of these. Ooh, good. I don't think I can handle a special 3. Does a special 3 Fate Seal? If a special 3 doesn't Fate Seal, I'd be fine, I think. With like the Heimdall synergy. Oh, look at that. Colossus is kind of good. It's interesting how strict that like 20 armor up cap is, provided that you're not doubling the armors with the SP2. Yeah, you won't see it go past 20 unless I fire the SP2. The exception to that cap, I believe, is when I have like the Professor X synergy. Yeah, 18k. That was an 18k special 2 crit, and I don't even have Professor X. He's so good. Colossus is so good. And I won't be able to take him with me into Act 6, unfortunately, but that'll do it for this video. Thank you for watching.